You know we're about to play this at every Pride party this summer, right? Chromatica Ball.
I did. Well, I'm so excited about that. There's nothing that I can think of that would be better than for this film to be with the community and the community that I made it for. So it's wonderful. Happy Pride.
I love you. Hear those sirens? It's like 911's about to start.
That's right.
Now, obviously, you created this, you produced it, you directed it, and I know you spent a long time in that edit room too. What are you most excited for fans to see when they watch this concert film?
You know, I'm really excited for the fans to see all the details in the show. There's only so much that you can see in a stadium, and we are so like laser focused on everything from the costumes, the fashion, the way that the show is lit, why, the storytelling through all of the different sort of sculptures that we create, the wigs, the makeup, the choreography, the music, most importantly. It's just an experience that really you can't replicate unless you see it in this film. So I'm hoping that people will really enjoy it because it's truly a never before seen experience.
That with every album cycle and every tour, you kind of learn something about yourself, you know, or at least unlock a different part of yourself. So I want to know, what did Chromatica do for you? What was the impact that this era and this tour had on you?
You know, I think that something that I feel pretty strongly about is that this album and this tour were a ending and a beginning at the same time. So it really was closing a very long period in my career that I needed to say goodbye to, like old stories, old wounds, fears, things that were just challenging and hard to overcome. And then going on tour with all of my friends and making this art was just like a total resurgence for me and a sense of liberation. And you know, the tour was actually completely different than the art for the album. It was very different, and I think that was because I was in a very different headspace. And I'm just super grateful to the fans because they always make a ton of space for me to be as imaginative as I want to be and interpret things in different ways. So,
speaking of the fans, this question's for them. When can we expect some new music? We know you've been working on it. What can you tell us?
Well, I have been working on my new music all the time, and I truly live and breathe it, and I can't wait to give it to the fans. So I would say, they hate when I say soon, but soon.
You say it's vastly different than Chromatica? Like, what's this next era of Gaga look like?
It's completely different.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
And finally, real quick, a lot of fans were convinced that on Beyonce's Cowboy Carter there would be a feature with you, a follow-up to Telephone, if you will. Is there any hope for a sequel to Lady Gaga and Honey Bee's story? I gotta know.
You know what? Whenever Beyonce calls, I like to pick up the phone.